This is my workflow for retrieving and synthesizing academic journal articles. And I've got a little preview of the workflow here for you. So it starts off by finding a paper in either Google Scholar or PubMed or whatever database you use, saving it to your reference manager. In this case, I'm using Zotero, which is free and open source. And you can one-click save it using a Chrome extension. I then have it linked up to Notion, which means it also syncs the reference into Notion as well and allows you to expand on the reference by creating custom templates for like note-taking, whilst also keeping it in a reference manager where you can highlight the text as well. And I'll just show you how this works in practice. So go into PubMed, type in something like this. Jaeger et al. So up in the top right hand corner here we have the Zotero connector. You can one-click save this into the folder you want. I've already clicked it and you can see it's saving to Notion and saving to Zotero in the bottom hand corner here. So when we go into Zotero, we can find that it is here. And you've got access to the PDF as well. That was one click to save that in there. Then we go into Notion. More on this dashboard another time, but this is where I house the actual synced up database with Notion. And just typed in the title there. And there it is. There's the reference. You can have tags, journal articles, reading status. So if I want to add this to a reading list, I'll just pop it there. You can then open up this in Notion even more and create a template for taking notes on this paper. Once you click that, you can then have this pop up which says this is what I really want to take from the paper, conclusions made by the author, theories or rationale for their hypothesis, other references that you can get from this paper which might be useful for whatever piece you're writing, and then some statistics or strong theoretical statements that will justify my hypothesis. And you can have this side by side with the paper, color code this here, so everything that I highlight in yellow on here can be a conclusion made by the author, and then you can just transfer it straight over. So that for me is a very, very quick and easy way of taking a reference from here with one click and then having it straight where I want it in a reference manager and somewhere where I can write my own notes on it as well. Completely frictionless, super easy to set up. Of course, if you want to set this up, you do need to know how to use Notion, and this fits into a wider system of using Notion to manage your notes and dates and stuff and key knowledge. One thing I will say about Notion is that because it has this thing called the toggle heading, compared to a Word document, you can just test yourself every time you revisit a topic, which definitely helps if you're a student or researcher, academic, whatever. You can also hide half of these things because the search function in here is pretty good. All you need to do is really spotlight search it and you'll be able to find things from your notes very, very quickly. But yeah, hope that helps. If you found that useful, you can check out my website. Stick it on night mode, looks a bit better. There's a few templates on Notion that you can get started with. There's a student hub one as well. If you liked this, you can learn a little bit of Canva on here as well if you want to. And I would also encourage you to check out my newsletter as well. There's been a couple of previous issues that you can go and read. Feel free to sign up to that if you found the paper retrieval workflow useful. Also, if you don't have a university login and you can't just access some papers, another workaround for this as well is Telegram. you can get something called the Sci-Hub bot in here, and you can literally just type in either the DOI or the name of the paper, and it will send you the paper, and you've got a download link straight away. So yeah, for those of you who aren't affiliated with an academic institution and struggle to get papers, that's definitely one very, very quick, frictionless workaround for you. Hope this helps.